Okay, I think I can kind of relate a little bit how charging a criminal mentality takes place. It's there's some aspects are ritual, like cultic, but just cultic could be something also mundane, right? Like I'm going to suggest that you should take offense to this, and or notice how there's like coming out with these little handbook of like the Latin Mass, choosing the Latin the over the Catholic Mass or something might be white supremacy. Like I never knew before that white supremacy was groups that chose to bring back Latin Mass. I didn't know that, but thanks for telling me. Like it's kind of like recharging the criminal mentality because you're not supposed to care about anything that's not illegal. How am I going to take offense if it's not illegal? So the fact that I don't care, I shouldn't have to stress it because, when you say I don't care, it usually means I do care. Otherwise, why are you saying it? But if I'm just explaining to you that my values stand with, I can't be offended by anything that's not illegal because that would mean it's not wrong for the society I live in and the time that I live in. Nobody should have a problem understanding that, but sometimes people like to suggest that, because if people say this or that, they're interpreting, but, you can interpret whatever you want. Like one very broken English guy came up to me asking me for directions to Blockbuster, but he said, "Excuse me, sir, do you know where I can find Black Bastard?" Like it sounded like he said, "Where can I find?" He says, "Do you know where I can find Black Bastard?" or something like that. But like three people are standing there, and the one who's being spoken to is the one who understands what he really meant. The other two people, one of them is going off of, smart probably is going to say, I'm going to interpret it based on what you interpret is true. And then the other one, is like, fool, you better, never let him disrespect you like that. I lost respect for you right now when you let him do that. Okay. If something is not illegal, then it's not offensive. You can say that it's offensive if you want to go tit for tat and argue points, but why should anybody have the power to make you irate, out of character, lose your marbles? If they want to, they can press your buttons at any time. Also, typically if somebody is saying something, like if they're talking too crazy, maybe they need meds. Maybe the normal response is for you to worry about them a little bit and be like, I hope they're okay. They seem like their head is in the clouds and they might not be cognizant or responsive to traffic signs or something like that. You don't just get to tell people because they're bringing back Latin Mass, that could be a sign. We don't know, but we think it could mean white supremacy. Like, who the fuck is talking to me right now? Who the fuck is talking to? Like, but it's all the time. It's like, I watched a few Netflix shows and they were just like, I never had a problem with a diverse cast of characters, but they always got to drop in these little things that are just out of place. Like, why do you want to bring that up now? It would have been more, at the time when you would run into trouble for saying it. But now it's like, like they don't even want to, they want to act like we haven't gotten nowhere, like it never happened, We got somewhere, and with the civil rights movement, and the more you get close to the people that were in it, the more you're going to see that those are the people that are going to be telling you to chill out when you say that you should be offended by this and that because you need to give somebody power over you. or saying that you should take offense at something that's not illegal, because the word offense means illegal. It's like a wordplay thing, but it's also like to get you to think about how sorcerers, and it's just like, because a sorcerer can be some schmuck, but by calling him a sorcerer, you know, it's like you're giving them power or something. They're still sorcerers. It's just like some of this shit can be mundane. They don't even know they do it. They're not even aware of it. So bad that some of the people who are against that are just diametrically opposed to a way that they used to behave in the past. So it's like you can be against everything that you stood for. It can happen. And why is it sorcery? Because it's recharging criminal mentality, and it's like they don't want to make that move, but they wouldn't mind if like somebody else would try. You know what I mean? If it's not enough attempts, you know what I mean? Saying somebody will come out and be like, I don't know why I'm not seeing like some people willing to take actions. And we all act like we don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, I mean, they try to just do this to show you they can do it. And if that's the only reason, it's just to show you that we can. Then that way I could say, oh, you're really not dumb. Like, that's really well plotted out and pretty effective. I mean, it's awful, it's terrible, but you know, who can say that you don't get, you know, your point across, right? You don't know. It's not futile, but it could be just flipped over to futility when given the energy from you. So why are they asking you? It's like, if you got to get this message out to everybody and it's about me, then why are you trying to convince me of a message about me? You know, why am I the only one in the whole universe who has to bite the hook? It wouldn't even be a hook if you dangled it in front of anybody else. It's like it's only a hook for you. But it's not, because you're just sitting there looking at it. It's like some like fish are really smart and they'll just be sitting there looking at the bait. They won't bite that shit all afternoon, everything, make you get mad and slam your rod down. So that's just what happens then. Now people are losing their minds over just stupid shit. Stupid shit. They don't even know what is positive reinforcement to try to try to garner it. Like they're not sure until they fuck up a few times, because I didn't think it, like, you know what I mean, when you didn't laugh at the joke about wishing that the bullet had gotten closer to Trump or something, like 1 inch over. Oh, I didn't, you know, I'm like, okay, well, you know, people are doing little tests and shit to find out. What if you didn't give a fuck about the test or anything, like, and had your mind on some other shit? You wouldn't be criminal. Like, you got a criminal mentality caring a fuck about anything that's not illegal, because you can say that it's patently offensive. It's patently offensive shouldn't hurt you. It should hurt the mentally unstable. And since you let it hurt you, I mean, right? Because you can't hurt nobody else. You only hurt yourself. And it's just people think slow because they have to toggle a little while. Like, wait. You mean you're not supposed to get mad at things that are not illegal? Well, you could if you determine offense, but you're not supposed to tell other people to get mad at the same thing, because all it means is that somebody can gloat or something, and then what are you going to say? You should fucking ignore them? Are you going to turn it around and say, okay, now you should fucking ignore them? Like, you consistent. Try not caring a fuck. I mean, I know you can't believe that I don't care a fuck, but try it, because when you're talking about legal, like the virtues of law, the ones that you hold your own values to, or whatever you want to just say, what you think is fair, whatever. Like it just sets people straight with your values. That's all it does. I just think that there's still people that are going to try to goad you because they know that's the point. You know, you said you didn't care, you care, and they're just going to try to, they're just going to, yeah, you know, I can't say that that's all criminal either, you know what I mean? But there are just going to be, I mean, I just know too many examples of people talking out the side of their mouth and vague or vague, uh, veiled threat, like requests for people to step up. Like, okay, now it's time. Like, you're gonna call a shot, but you're talking to people who are supposed to be less mentally prowess than you. Like somebody underling, you know, they're gonna fuck up your, you know what I mean? Like, if you want something done, you have to do it yourself.